Morning to you. Day 2 of the adventure. We've done a lot of fishing, a lot of four-wheel driving. It's been an amazing trip so far, but we've got one last day out here, so we're going to try and make the most of it. We've got an easterly wind absolutely howling at the moment, probably about 35, 40 k's an hour. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to punch out much like we did yesterday, just to the inshore grounds, have a good look around there. We're going to go to this roughly the same area we were yesterday, try find another little lump there, and hopefully pull another couple of nice fish off it. We don't really have a challenge for this morning other than race the wind, guys. So instead of just making this a fishing video, I might make it a fishing full drive adventure for the whole day, because we've got plenty to do. So stay tuned, we'll be in touch pretty soon. Good morning, mate. Everybody, get out there. So it always looks really nice on the inside like this, guys. We're basically in the first little bit of reef at the moment, what you might call the harbour of Ledge Point. And it's a howling easterly, so the dunes and everything are actually breaking the wind, and it looks really, really nice. The second we get about 800 to a kilometre out, she's going to be really, really interesting. But they reckon the wind's going to drop down between now and, well, between about 8 and 10 o'clock. So if that happens, we might even punch out a little bit further. If it doesn't happen, we're going to sit inshore nice and close. What else do you target other than snapper in that scenario? Maybe some small jewies. And like yesterday, if a baldy or a couple of mackies come along, we're not going to say no. Great session yesterday, as you saw, so hopefully we can recreate it today or do even better. But meantime, I've got some driving to do and it's going to get wet, so I'm going to put this camera down. Righto guys, so I've got a good little story to fill you in on. Yesterday we've got a left-hander and a right-hander in the boat. So what do? You switch your handles around to have a left-hander and a right-hander on the rod and reels. Now obviously these two don't fish a hell of a lot. And old mate Mr. Christopher Fish over here, and he's the left-hander, ended up with a right-handed reel. And what did you end up with, Dan?
Just trying to make our experience a bit more difficult, mate. Just making it hard for ourselves. I ended up with a left-handed rod with a right-handed. Yeah.
The reason in all that mayhem that you saw two T-Rexes sitting there trying to wind their line in is because they had the wrong reels. But anyway, unless you've tried it, you don't know how difficult it is, guys. But here's a little tip for you. If you've got a left and right-hander in the boat, make sure you give them the right rods and reels. That's probably my fault.
It didn't stop
it. No, it was. Hang on. Early on I said, it didn't stop you. But early on I said, switch the handles over to suit yourselves. Anyway guys, we've got a fish to catch, hang in there. We're going to get some burley in the water now. Hopefully in the next half an hour we're going to put some really good fish on the boat. Fellas, I've changed my mind. I actually reckon the challenge needs to be you need to fish with the wrong rods and reels like you did yesterday. You won't catch any fish today if you fish with the right ones.
We'll give it 20, see what happens, mate.
Alright, let's play it all by ear. So again today guys, we're just sitting in around the reef break. We've got about 9 meters of water under us. There's reef to the left, reef to the right, reef under the boat, and we're trying. That was brilliant. There goes all the bait. We're trying our best to put our lines out into a little bit of sand if we can, and hopefully those predatory fish will come out and smash it. Now, reef break that you can probably see behind us, just here, we're well in front of that, and we're positioned in a way that if we pull off anchor, we can always, easily go to the side of the reef rather than blow straight onto it. So there's a good tip for safety, especially if you don't know the area you're in. All the bait's rooted now. Cheers, Dano. How did you even do that?
I don't know.
All right, Dano, now that you've got the right orientation of rod and reel going on, how are you feeling, mate? You're going to land him?
A bit more comfortable than yesterday.
It's got some serious tail in it, mate. It's a good fish.
Way out in front of the boat. Little pinky, only a little one.
Oh, that's legal.
That was awkward.
This is why I stand up to bring fish in.
Yeah, lazy fisherman, mate.
Hold him up, mates.
Hey.
It just sucks that you've got the biggest hands on the planet, mate, because it's actually not a Not a tiny snapper.
I don't know if it's 50.
Measure him up.
40 centimetre, bro. 49. Check it later, buddy.
Oh, that was cold and that was wet.
Right, it's on. It's on.
Just don't touch the range. Oh, and
Still
right
on.
as we're changing battery on the GoPro, bang, we're on. Might be another session, lads.
Might be that time of day. Fish has caught me. What are you doing, son?
It's all happening.
You lost a bit of line there when you were changing the battery, mate.
Oh, no.
Bit of work to bring this one back in. Oh, you still got a bit of fight in him.
Yeah, it's not a bad fish. It's not huge. But,
Oh, he looks alright. Bit of colour under there.
take it if it's legal.
Another pinky.
And that one's in.
Oh yeah, he's legal. He's a nice one, mate.
Not a bad fish. Probably the same size as the one I landed yesterday. And to be honest with you, Dano, these are the best eating size that you'll get. These around 550, 600s.
Yeah, he's about 58 centimetres, that one, mate.
We'll call it 700.
Look at him.
There we go. Absolutely
lovely
cracking
fish.
little ledge points pink snapper. Guys, unless you, in case you haven't seen the videos, ledge point, northern sort of beaches, everything this time of year fire for snapper, so it's a good place to start. But we want a couple of bigger ones than that, boys, so let's get into it.
Beautiful table fish, that.
Perfect. On, Dano. Talk us through it, mate.
Yeah. Decent snapper.
He's still green, he's only just worked out he's hooked up. Oh, that's a better one. Yeah, nice fish, Dano. That's a ripper, mate. Woo! Still in terms of big snapper, they're not there, but how much fun, man.
Mate,
You don't get
lovely.
any better than that for a K1.5 offshore, do you?
You can't. Look at that fella there, eh?
It is on again. So 25 minutes in, barely working. Wind's absolutely howling from the start today, but we're there. Fish are on.
He's a lovely fish.
Let's get him in the box, big horse.
Hello.
So as I've said, guys, we're not disappointed with these small fish because we've got about 10 adult mouths and 15, 20 kids back at camp to feed. And last night we had an amazing curry, didn't we, boys? And curry, and we had fish fried. What else do we have?
A few beers.
Potato gems. And a few beers. A few laughs. So today, again, it's not all about monster fish. We'd love to put a couple of monsters on the end for you guys to see, but we'd love a few of these pan-sized snapper for dinner. It'd be just nice. Weatherman's got it absolutely spot on, by the way. He said it was going to calm off, and it's calmed off to nothing.
Perfect, isn't it?
If you're listening, Weatherman.
Oh yeah.
Bubba, where's your parents?
Dancer. Might be legal. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
you want as well?
Go on.
Have a little buffer.
Tell Mum and Dad to come and have a party. See you, mate.
Laters.
Always pays, guys. Mush up a bit of your pillies. Keep that trail going really hard. I've got a burley bag in the back, but when you get the fish hard on the bike, give them a little bit extra just to keep them around the boat. Oh, on, geez. Woo. How good's that?
How's it feel, buddy?
Yeah, so good. There's just fish everywhere, isn't there? It's crazy. So no monster fish, but when you're camping, guys, and you want a couple for the box, this is exactly what you want. I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it again, the big dirty snapper, anything over that 800-900 mark, for me just generally goes back in the water. I don't like eating them. It's only a bubba. What else would you rather be doing though, lads?
Well,
Catching bigger fish?
catching gatefish.
You burnt yourself out yesterday, bro. We're really working that burley trail too now, guys. We've got an incoming tide coming across the reef, which is sort of holding the burley all stagnant. But you want to work all around your burley trail when you're not getting that successful on the bigger ones. Right in the middle of all that burley is going to be all these little tiny fish, so on the outskirts you're a better chance of getting a bigger fish. Alright, so as I was messing around with the camera just then, I got snipped off by a mackie, guys. This could be another session like yesterday. Just everything goes. Have a look at this. Rod bounced, hooks cut straight in half, and it's all a razor blade through there. So there's little mackies around, no doubt. Lucky time. Lucky time. First cast, straight on the blackie. Oh, what have we got? I think it's a mackie swimming at me, eh? Oh, no. Oh, big snook. That is a huge snook.
That's a big boy.
Anyone knows me knows I'm a bit of a fan of these things. But, whoa, I got the hook in my hand.
Have you?
That's actually a horse.
Oh, yeah.
Deno!
Oh, boy.
Fishy! Atta boy.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice pinky.
Not too big.
Little fella. 49.
Oh.
Gorgeous fish. See you, mate.
See you next year, buddy.
Well, guys, turned out to be somewhat of a session this morning. We got the pinkies on the bite for a little bit there. Nothing was big, but we had some fun. Got some great eating fish in the box. So later on today, we're going to steam up the beach and see if we can't get some tailor in the afternoon, or, you know, whatever. Herring, tailor, just a little bit more action for the day. So we're probably the halfway point of the video right now. Try not to fall in the water. Drop in the comments what you think of the weatherman too, guys, because he promised us good wind and we definitely didn't get it today. But it's not going to spoil the trip. We're going to go do the beach stuff and hopefully have a great day. So we'll check back in a minute. good is this, guys? We were out there this morning out in the boat and it was absolutely blowing its chops off. The wind's just died down, so it's giving us a perfect opportunity now to get down to the beach with all the kids, cook up some food. And you know what? A little bit of a challenge today, making that snook that I caught taste good, because I know there's a lot of people behind that camera that don't believe me that you can make a snook taste good. Another thing that I'm going to correct myself on, it's not actually a snook, it's a striped barracuda, which is a southern species. People call them pike, they call them snook, they call them toothy bastards, but look, there's no right and wrong when it comes to them because everyone calls them something different. I'm going to make it taste good. I'm going to do fish tacos. I'm also just going to crumb it and give it to the kids like that. So we've got the crew behind me. We're all ready to go. We're going to get down to the beach right now. I've got an esky to wash out that's full of fish guts and absolutely reeks, and then straight after that, we'll cook some food. Righto guys, how to make a snook taste good. First of all, we're going to take the fillets off him. Unwrap that. Plastic is going to go nowhere near that ocean, guys, so I'm going to keep it tucked in under the gas bottle there. Such a simple fish to fillet. You know, it's like a mackie. You just go bang, straight across, flip him over, bang, straight across, knife in the back. Going to run that as far as we can through the bone, across the backbone, knife flat. They got a flat frame too, so these things are actually pretty easy to fillet. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is how white the meat is. This stuff, it'll blow your mind. So important though. Everyone that I've told that they taste good, have taken them home and tried to eat them, they haven't kept them cold or they haven't bled them, and they're bloody horrible. You've got to make sure you treat these fish like shit fish, because they are. There we go. And have a look at the meat. Pure white flesh. Absolutely amazing. Righto guys, so I'm also going to slab up a bit of snapper. The reason for that is I'm going to try and get a reaction. I'm not going to tell anybody which one's a snook and which one's a snapper, and we're going to see A, whether or not there's a difference between them, or B, whether or not people can pick it. So let's have a go. Alright guys, I don't need to teach you how to crumb fish, it's so simple, but make it easy for yourself. Little bag of egg, breadcrumbs. What's up, bub? I'm trying to cook, man. She's got a fish eye, I don't even know which. Anyway guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to drop fish into a bag of egg, just get a bit of egg on that to wet it, then we're going to go straight in the crumbs and straight on a pan full of hot oil. Alrighty, let's get these on. How good does that smell already? Kids are running amok, you don't have to worry about the kids. You've got great food cooking away. These are going to be fish tacos, by the way. It doesn't get any better. All right, let's do this. What do we got? Tacos! It's as good as it gets, guys. Have a look at this. Everybody's mowing into the fish. No complaints yet on one side of the plate to the other. In fact, nobody's been able to tell the difference yet. Eat the fish out of everyone here. Okay, what's the thoughts? What's the thoughts?
Yeah.
Really good?
Very good.
Okay, did anybody notice a difference in taste between any of the fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
In terms of flavour, would you have said one was worse than the other?
No.
Good, good. All right, I reckon I've done it. Okay, so guys, the deal was I cooked snapper and I cooked snook. And I've always sworn that snook is, when it's fresh, just as good as snapper. So was there any complaints between one or the other?
No.
Awesome. There you go. There you have it, guys. Fresh snook is absolutely the bollocks. What did you reckon, Chriso? Hell yeah. All right, that's good. What did you reckon?
Lovely. Fresh fish, mate. What can go wrong?
Oh, there you go. So that's everyone. Guys, again, tonight, hang in there because we're going to do some more fishing. We're going to get on the beach. Pete's going to take us down the beach a bit later, aren't you, Pete?
I only have one complaint about your fish, mate.
You haven't heard one complaint?
No, but I've got a complaint.
What?
It wasn't big enough. He wasn't enough to go around.
There's plenty there, mate. Get into it. But later on tonight, we're going to go with Pete down the beach. He's an absolute guru when it comes to local tailor. So if we don't catch him, mate, you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, no, pressure, no pressure. No pressure.
We'll do it. All right, we'll see you down the beach later, mate.
I'll be there.
And that is lunch.
All right, ready for this. Yeah, that's so good.
Righto guys, this is the last afternoon of the Ledge trip and Pete's brought me down to a little favourite honey hole for tailor, and it brings me back to my childhood. I used to love getting out and about chasing tailor when I was a young fella. Don't do it much these days, it's more about getting out on the boat and catching bigger stuff. But on a perfect afternoon like this, how hard is it to just come down here and throw a line in and enjoy what I used to love as a kid. So stay tuned guys, a little bit of tailor fishing ahead. This will finish the video. Tell me in the comments, what do you think of beach fishing? What do you think of your tailor stuff? If you're enjoying it, just let me know because we can do more of this. All right guys, I'm gonna get the rod in the water now. I'll see you with the fish.
Maybe one, mate.
Mate, it's a good start.
Yeah.
Pete, what, you've been here for 15 minutes and you're already on, mate. So
Yeah, mate.
you're living up to the guru reputation here.
Just got to get bigger than that now.
It's gonna get bigger. I'll get set up as well now, mate, and we'll get them in there. How you going with weed? Is the weed's okay?
No, as long as you get out over, you know, we're standing out in the weed, out over it.
Yep.
And then you don't have any issue with it.
Awesome. That was you, Maddie, wasn't it? You caught that.
Yeah. Sure.
You'll get the biggest one, don't
Back
worry.
it goes. Back in the water.
Awesome. Oh no! Come on, Maddie, get him in. Alright, well a bit of a camera malfunction right at the crucial moment, guys. I did catch a little tailor. It's a start, it's definitely nothing huge, but I'm going to slab this one because tailor love eating tailor, and it's a little bit better bait than pillies. So I'm going to get this one, turn this one into a bigger fish. Bear with me, I'm going to get the camera stuck in the sand. I don't have a head cam, which is going to make this really difficult. But later on when we start hooking up a lot of fish, I'm going to run over and just film Pete. So let's get into it.
Hold it up.
Oh, good on you, Maddie.
Nice. Little one, but first one.
How good is this though, guys? I mean, we're on the beach, there's houses right there, we're just kicking back. I've got a bait out there that's about to get demolished too, so well done, Maddie. Right, guys, it's a little bit better. We're working our way towards that 50 centimetre fish that we want, but this little guy's probably going to go back. Oh, butterfingers. How good is that? How much fun, guys. Oh, I've got a heavy rod, but I'm running the lightest line that I've got, so that's only 10-pound line. And when I hook a bigger fish, it's going to be a lot more fun. Battling a little bit of seaweed, but it's nothing we can't handle. Let's get him back in the water. Alright, they're coming in thick and fast now, guys. Still no big ones. The night's young. And that just makes me so happy. You have no idea. When I was a young fella, that would have been a dream catch, you know, just a tiny little tailor like that. And to see how far we've come with coastal fishing and the calibre of fish we caught, and I still love catching little things like this. It's just epic. That's what it's all about, guys. Get out here and do it. He's going back. Nice little chopper. Oh! See you, mate.
get any better, does it?
Well guys, like I say, you just cannot wipe the smile off my face. Small snapper, small tailer, doesn't matter. How much fun. Can never get sick of this stuff off the beach. Love it. And Pete, look at this, Pete's on too.
They're getting bigger.
They are getting bigger. Look at that, guys.
Still good for a sandwich.
Oh yeah. You gonna take a few home for dinner?
No, I'm more of a conservationist. I'll leave them there for tomorrow.
All right, mate, that's a good idea. Let's go release them, mate. Back they go.
Yeah.
Every year we come down with the crew, and we met Pete through a couple of friends, and it's ever since then we've been catching up, full driving and fishing.
Yeah.
I've jinxed him. Look at this. It's the first cast he hasn't caught a fish in about 20 casts.
So yeah.
And guys, this sort of fishing is good for any skill level. There's absolutely no limits and no age to what you can do here. Come down to the beach. Look at this, we're sheltered by a little bit of outer reef here and things, so kids can have a swim. Mum and Dad can fish. Dad, I don't know where the mums are, they disappeared on it.
I'm out of bait, mate, so
Let's do it, mate. Nice one, Pete.
nice little one.
Hold it up for the sunset, mate. Because this is going to be all she wrote for Ledge Point 2022 for the filming.
That's it, mate.
And again, thanks for bringing me down this way, Pete. This is just great, man. It's been fish after fish.
It's just about fun, mate, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
No.
So guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to drop the camera now so I can have a fish. We'll roll on some extra clips if we catch anything big. So Pete, let's get out there and get some big ones.
Mate, let's do it. Come on, Matty, come and have a fish.
Well guys, all good things must come to an end, and that's all she wrote for Ledge Point 2022. What an absolutely amazing couple of days we've had. We've been out on the boat, as you've seen. We've done a couple of beach sessions. We haven't been so successful the whole time, but guys, it's not what it's all about. Being around great company, being in this amazing place that we have here in WA, it just doesn't get any better. Pete's on again, the rod's buckled. Matty just got a fish before. So I'm gonna drop the camera now and I'm gonna go and have some fun. I'll roll on some extra clips. If we catch anything big, I'll show you. Other than that, stay tuned for some more adventures.